All right, nobody feels good about a tie. Some Giants players, they aren't feeling good about their lack of usage in Sunday's tie against the Commanders. And fans, they're also wondering how the tie will affect the team's playoff chances. So let's discuss with New York Post Giants beat writer Paul Schwartz. Paul, long time no see. How's it going?
Yeah, very good, Dexter. Yeah, the tie, but at least they get a point in the table, right? So they get a point for the draw, right? Oh wait, wrong football.
Wrong
Is that
sport,
right?
wrong football. There you go, wrong football. Wrong
Sorry,
football. Sorry, not in the group stage of the World Cup. We're past that now. So, but it might affect them getting knocked out of the playoffs. So we'll see how that goes. Paul, Tay Crowder and Rodarius Williams, they took to Twitter to vent their frustration about how they were used in Week 13. Is this something head coach Brian Daboll should be concerned about during this team's recent winless streak?
Well, look, the head coach has to be concerned with everything. So should he be concerned with it? Yes. He said he'll have private conversations with both players. Look, we're talking about Rodarius Williams and Tay Crowder here. Now, Tay Crowder started the first 7 games at inside linebacker. It's been a very difficult position for the Giants to fill. He's been trending downward. He is not a starter anymore. So the fact that he did not get any snaps on defense, only on special teams, I'm sure was hurtful to him, but not surprising at all to anyone watching the team. Now, Rodarius Williams is a young cornerback who's battled injuries. He had an interception on Thanksgiving against the Cowboys and played, I thought, pretty well. So the fact that he was the only player in uniform against the Commanders, other than Tyrod Taylor, the backup quarterback who did not get in the game, I'm sure was shocking to Rodarius Williams. And it was surprising to me. So he took Twitter and said he was, it's a very hard thing for him. But, these guys express their frustration without ripping anybody. So I don't think it's a real big deal.
Yeah, not something big for the team to worry about. And as you said, head coach Brian Daboll, he will handle that privately with the players. Now, Paul, we saw the Giants Week 15 matchup with Washington get flexed to Sunday Night Football. But how does Sunday's tie, how does that affect Big Blue's playoff chances here?
Ironically, it got flexed because the Giants, John Feliciano, the center, flexed in the game and got a penalty. And with the Giants in field goal range to extend the lead to 2 scores, that was a big issue. Ties are not something that the NFL really is accustomed to. It is in our beloved English Premier League, but not in the NFL. So, look, here's the deal. It doesn't help the Giants by any stretch, certainly against the Seahawks, who was a team they're battling for the 6-7 spots in the NFC. Doesn't help them with the Seahawks because the Giants have already lost to the Seahawks. So that's a tiebreaker issue. But even if the Giants had beaten the Commanders, they still need to beat the Commanders in Week 15. And so the Commanders will be 7-5-1. In that game, in that rematch coming in a week and a half. We know that because they don't play this week. They're on their bye. The Giants are 7-4-1 and very likely will be 7-5-1 because does anybody expect them to beat the 11-1 Eagles? Probably not. It will take a Herculean upset to do that. So you have the NFL looking at, we can flex the Giants and Commanders. Both teams are likely to be 7-5-1, and it is a playoff elimination game in Week 15 at FedEx Field. Thank you very much. That's why the game gets flexed to Sunday night.
Yeah, going to be a big one there in Week 15. Now, Paul, where's the confidence level of this Giants team right now as they head into Sunday's matchup against a team with the best record in the NFL? That would be the Philadelphia Eagles. Where's their confidence level at?
I think, Dexter, with an NFL team, confidence is very often compartmentalized, right? Is the running game really confident right now? They will say yes, but they're probably not. The secondary with all those new guys in there because of all the injuries, they battle, but they're undermanned, so they might not have the greatest confidence right now. But if you look on defensive, let's say the edge rushers with Kayvon Thibodeau and Azeez Ojulari. Ojulari returned after missing 7 straight games like he was shot out of a cannon. So that is I'm sure those guys and the Giants should feel really confident that their edge rushers are ready to make a big push here, and get to the quarterback. They did a good job against Taylor Heineke this past week. Team-wise, look, they have won 1 game out of their last 5, and that is an issue. It's a struggle. Daniel Jones played well last week, but he can't get his team in the end zone often enough. So I would say, and knowing that the task they have up at hand just to stay close with the Eagles, this team's confidence has been shaken around a little bit. There's no question about it.
All right, we'll see how they do on Sunday versus the Eagles. I can tell you one thing I know on Sunday, Paul. you do not want to see another tie. I'm assuming that you do not want to see another one, correct?
You know what? If you're the Giants or Giants fans, you wouldn't take a tie against the Eagles. I think you would sign up for a tie right now. It's not as good as a win, but it's not as bad as a loss. And how about that? That might be the first team in history to have 2 straight ties. So you know what? I am officially in the let's tie camp.
Oh, wow. Here we go. Paul here rooting for back-to-back ties. We'll see what happens on Sunday. That is Paul Schwartz, New York Post Giants beat writer. Paul, always good to talk to you. Thank you, man.
Thank you.